Hi guys, I'm in Vermeer studio here. I'm excited to share with you something a little different. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything to YouTube like this, but I figured new year, new start on things. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of just share my goals, my customizing goals, my custom goals for 2021 that I have, so far, and basically kind of give you a tour of the pieces that I have in progress right now. And yeah, just kind of like share with you guys my thoughts about the pieces themselves, what I'm hoping to paint them as, and other things like that. So yeah, here we go. I'll go ahead and get started. So one of my first customs that I have in progress right now is this girl right here. This is a customized Briar Emerson. She is being turned into an Aquatic mare. She's actually one of of three, actually technically four, custom Aquatics that I have going on in the studio right now. She has a bit more to do on her offside. You can tell I have to finish her tail. And a lot of that will be covered in my Patreon tutorials, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, so this is her right now. I am right now leaning towards painting her a bright, like coppery penny chestnut color with some chrome. And of course making her some little custom tiki neck decorations. So that's her. I'm really excited with how she's coming out. Next in line, let's see who the other here is. One of the two customized Georges that I have in progress. So this guy, he has a new turned neck, some resculpting to his face. He's got a really cool wavy mane and forelock that covers one of his eyes. And then of course he's got a really nice swishy tail. Which this is just the skeleton right now, so there will be a detail layer over this. You can tell the underside is still unfinished. So I'll be showing how to sculpt that. And then I think other than that, he's pretty much done being customized. I'm probably gonna wind up retexturing his feathers or shaving them off. I haven't decided what breed I want to go with yet. And then depending on that, will depend heavily on what color I paint him. I'm kind of stuck in between a few different colors. I think he'd look really cool in kind of a similar color that he already is, the bay. I think he'd look cool potentially in a roan. I also think he looks super cool in like a varnish Appaloosa, but we will see. But yeah, so this is George. He's really cool. I've had a lot of fun. You can tell I still need to carve out his little ears too. So he's got a little bit longer before he's gonna be primed, but he's getting there. Alright, my next custom is one that I'm really excited about, and actually probably one of the closest ones to being ready for paint, and that is my Vermeer custom. And so this guy I didn't do anything too crazy. He has a new braided mane and a new kind of loose swished breezy tail. It's kind of nice and wavy. I tried to mimic the sculptor Lynn Fraley's style a little bit, just because I just thought it would suit the sculpture well. So it's got a very loose kind of waved tail, and then I retextured his feathers a little bit. I wanted the flow a little differently, so he has those. And then of course his offside neck was resculpted. So this guy is one that I really I'm having a hard time figuring out what color I want to paint him. So there's a really nice liver chestnut, there's bay, there's black, there's a pinto of some sort, or also maybe like a really cool dark dapple gray would be really neat for painting, in his mane and tail. I think that makes some really cool variation. I think he'd also look cool as a different kind of Appaloosa. So we'll see what color he is, but he is just about ready for his first layer of primer, just to see what else I have to do, since I'm sure there's some more prepping that needs to be done. But yeah, so this is my Vermeer custom. This is an amazing sculpture. I'm just like constantly blown away every time Breyer releases any new mold, especially for the Premier Club. They're just like, they somehow outdo themselves every single time. Not only in terms of like the sculptors that they get to sculpt for them, just like the detail that they can achieve in these, and like the paint job. The paint job on this horse is absolutely amazing. It's so cool how they did it. I have another one. I have a second one. Actually, I have 3 of these guys right now. I have one that I'm keeping original finish just because I just love the paint job so much. But yeah, so this is my Vermeer. On to the next one. The next custom, let's see, who do we want to talk about next? We'll talk about one of my other Aquatics customs. So this is one of 2 Altinais that I have in progress right now, and that are both going to be Aquatics. I love this sculpture. If you don't know, I was one who got to design the original paintwork for the OF Premier Club in this lovely like shaded sooty buckskin Sabino, and I'm just like, I was so thrilled with how Breyer did it. They did an amazing job, and I was truly honored to be asked to do this. But I was also really excited to get my hands on more of these because I could not wait to customize them. Like, this is my favorite breed ever, so to be asked to paint one of these was awesome, and then to be able to customize 1 million of these Breyer ones are fantastic. So this guy, he's kind of like a little goofy guy. He's you know, galloping along. He's got his nice flagged tail, and then his neck is really upright, kind of cranked back, kind of knocked off to the side, like he's maybe tossing his head around. He's having a good time in the pasture, feeling himself. And so that's him. I have moved his legs slightly so he's a little bit narrower. So even though he does stand, he is a little tippy, so I did make him a base that he will be sitting in. I have to make it a little more secure, but this will be his base eventually, so he'll have a nice little dirt covered, maybe a little bit, maybe I'll do some grass and stuff for the base, but it should be really nice. And this guy, I am leaning towards painting a gray with chrome. He's been wanting to be gray in my head since I started making him, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be gray, but you never know. I tend to change my mind a lot. Let's just go on and get the other Altinai custom. So this one is, I've dubbed him Montezuma. He is stretched out gallop with a little bit of a sassy attitude. And he's got his new kind of sassy swish tail. He stands on his back feet in this base that I have made. Which, ignore it right now, it's a little messy, but let's get him in there. He does fit in here easily. There we go. So there he is. You can kind of see just how dynamic of a pose. He's leaning a lot more. He's got that leg outstretched. Just ignore this. I have to finish doing this leg. It's still in progress, but that gives you a good kind of view of how he sits in there. And so yeah, so that's Altinai. Montezuma, and this guy I'm leaning towards painting a really, really dark, like almost black, but really dark contrasty bay. So he'll have like some really bright red like flank area underneath his throat lash, like right behind his ears, that really cool sooty bay color that the tikis can come in. So I'm really excited about that, and he will probably be painted mostly in oils, so that should be a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun testing out oils. Next, it's more of a straight repaint, but I'm still really excited about it. And this is Troubadour. This is Kylie Park's sculpture for Breyer. She like knocked it out of the park. I absolutely love this horse. I actually also have another one of these that I'm keeping OF because I just love the paint job so much. The color suited him really nicely. So this guy, he's just getting a little resculpting. He got like a little, little poop shoot. He's getting some resculpted junk, and his hooves were carved out. I might do a little bit, like carve out his ears and nose a little bit more, but other than that, he's just going to be a straight repaint. And right now I'm leaning towards either a nice dark dappled bay with some chrome, or he might be some weird crazy decorator color. I haven't decided yet. I've been on a decorator painting kick right now, so it's hard to not want to paint everything in crazy colors. But yeah, so that's the next one. There he is. Alright, and I think the last major sculpture, major custom that I have in progress right now is one that you might recognize if you followed my work, you know, on Instagram or Facebook. This was a custom that I did in 2019 and for Briar Fest Live, and here she is. This is a Tangela. She is a drastic custom Fullzilla, so you can see she is quite large. And she was customized into a galloping Marwari foal, and she was originally painted in a dominant white, or I guess not really technically dominant white, mostly white Tovero, based off of a Marwari foal. And while I liked that paint job, she suffered a little bit of damage in the move, unfortunately, and I wasn't 100% happy with how the color came out, so I decided that I was just going to go ahead and repaint her. So I took all of her hair off, because she used to have a haired mane and tail, and I just re-primered her and we're good to go. She is being painted now into a baby bay with some chrome, and then of course she'll be re-haired, so she'll have like real mohair fuzz mane and tail, so it should look really cute. And she sits really nicely on her custom base. So yeah, so this is Tangela. So yeah, those are all of my customs that I have in progress, or well, it's not all of my customs that I have in progress right now, but these are the ones that are actually almost getting to the point where they're going to be painted soon. So my hope is to get most of these guys done this year. Hopefully I'll get most of them done before Briar Fest. But like I said, if you guys were interested in seeing how these guys progress, and want to look behind the scenes, get some exclusive tutorials, I do recommend you guys check out my Patreon. For just a small monthly fee, you get access to exclusive tutorials. You can vote on what you'd like to see next. You get early access to the full-length YouTube tutorial videos that I will release here. And you also get exclusive early access, early ordering available to any of my unpainted resin editions. So if I have any limited editions, any medallions, tails coming up in the future, you will have first crack at them before they are available to the public. So that is something you can learn more about in my link in the description below. And thank you all again. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to making more content. Thanks.